Parents in a northwest Jacksonville neighborhood are keeping a close eye on their children tonight after an early morning shooting leaves a teenager fighting for his life.
I have a 15-year-old son, a 12-year-old son, and an 11-year-old daughter that lives in this neighborhood. I'm afraid for my kids to walk to the store now.
Good evening, everyone. Family and friends of 18-year-old Daryl Arnold are praying for his recovery tonight. The teenager remains in the hospital after he was shot in the head while riding home on his bike.
It happened just before 2 this afternoon, or this morning rather, on Spires Avenue near 27th Street in Moncrief Park. Tonight, police are still searching for the shooter. Channel 4's Kamasi Aaron joins us now live from UF Health Jacksonville, where Arnold and his family have been all day long. Kamasi.
Well, that's right. I was able to speak with Daryl's mother over the phone earlier today. She told me she and other members of her family have been here at UF Health just waiting and praying for Daryl. When we spoke, he was still in critical condition. Meanwhile, back in the neighborhood where the shooting happened, people there are still rattled.
Well, I was sleeping and I heard all these gunshots, like 6, 7 shots fired. And it was so close, you know, I heard it close to my, like, I'm at the back window, you know, back room, so, you know, it was close, so I jumped to the wall.
Sonny Muir says he's glad none of those bullets came into his house, but at least one hit 18-year-old Daryl Arnold, investigators say, as he rode his bike down Spires Avenue Wednesday morning.
I saw when it took out the bed, and I said, oh my God, somebody get shot. And they put him on the bed, and I was there until they put him in the van.
Police say they don't know why the shooting happened. The teen was headed home with another young person on the bike with him. The other person wasn't hurt, and now police are talking to him and listening to 911 calls, trying to figure out who pulled the trigger.
Once we do that, we'll have a better idea of if we have any more witnesses, but we at least have this one individual who was with him at the time and hopefully can shed some light on what occurred.
In the meantime, Vincella Richardson is keeping her children closer than ever before.
I have a 15-year-old son, a 12-year-old son, and an 11-year-old daughter that lives in this neighborhood. I'm afraid for my kids to walk to the store now.
After this latest act of violence, she hopes members of this community will step up to make it safer.
As black people, we need to stand together and get more mentors or something in the neighborhoods where somebody could do something. It doesn't make any sense that we are killing each other.
Well, neighbors say murders and shootings happen in that area far too often. Still, they're hoping police will find out exactly who did this to Daryl. And I spoke to his mother, and she says right now she's just hoping for the same thing. Reporting live, Kamasi Aaron, Channel 4, the local station.
Kamasi, because police haven't made any arrests in this case so far, are they telling people in that neighborhood to do anything in particular? Do they have any warnings for them?
Well, I spoke with our safety analyst, Ken Jefferson, about that, and he said one thing that's really important is about being out late at night or early in the morning. He says if you don't have a reason to absolutely be out at night, don't do it, because statistically there are more chance of you to be a victim of a violent crime during that time. He says if you have to be out, make sure that you're always in contact with someone so they know exactly where you are, and always just be aware of your surroundings. If something feels just a little bit off, Ken says trust your instinct. Adrian.
Some great advice. Kamasi Aaron reporting live for us tonight. Kamasi, thank you.